Previously on Saving Throw Society. Before the chaos of Cold Springs cold brews, before the gunfire and the ghosts, there was just a kid on a porch. In the Garden District of New Orleans, young Zeb Cold Springs spent his summer days watching his neighbors and solving the small mysteries that no one else noticed. Like where Mrs. Callahan's dog Buckles had wandered off to, but that keen eye never dulled, and now in the present, Zeb is piecing together something far bigger, the haunting pattern behind the hangman, spectral enforcers tied to the criminal underworld that he's been tracking. But, picking up right where we left off, Ensemble, the magical being formerly known as Cacophony, suddenly turns hostile, grabbing Chomp the Gator Man as he tries to leave. A snide remark about gatorskin boots is enough to turn Chomp's patience into fury, and battle erupts. Zeb bolts out the door only to be confronted by the bodiless voice, the chilling whisper of a hangman spirit, which forces its way inside him and demands he abandon his search for the truth or die. And inside the bar, Lena begins to see hangmen swarming in, revealing that she, like her sister, now possesses the family gift of spiritual sight. Della lands the blow that drops Ensemble to their knees just long enough for the being to wrest back control from the invader within, and Lena, driven by fury and years of hidden power, channels it all into a single devastating punch, cold cocking the spirit into oblivion. With Ensemble wounded and Zeb barely alive, the crew escapes, but not before the hangman riding Zeb tries to reroute the group towards Zeb's childhood home. Suspicion and desperate, Al and Chomp force feed some of Al's signature tea, while Della and Lena exorcise the spirit from Zeb's body. And after saving Ensemble with a flicker of magic that still raises more questions than it answers, the group flees into the sewers, emerging into the swamps beyond. There on Chomp's Island home, the group finally gets a moment to rest and Al rolls for tea again. But who are the hangmen, and what do they want with Zeb? What is the power now waking in Alina, and how far will Al go to keep his past and his magic a secret? Find out tonight on Saving Throw Society. Welcome to Saving Throw Society as we present Barrier City's New Orleans. Laissez le bon temps rouler and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the jazz. Just outside of New Orleans, where the city's jazz and bustle begin to fade into the low, humming quiet of the wild, the bayous stretch out like a forgotten dream, humid, tangled, and most importantly, alive. Mist curls above the water in the early morning, rising in ghostly tendrils from the dark tea-colored water. Spanish moss drapes over the ancient cypress trees like old lace and sways gently in the humid breeze. The air is thick, earthy, and heavy with the scent of wet vegetation and decay, a perfume that only nature could make sweet. The water is slow-moving and dark, stained to the color of steeped tea from centuries of rotting leaves and silt, and in some places it's glassy and smooth, reflecting the twisted arms of trees like a mirror. In others it's broken by the ripple of the fish beneath the flap of heron wings, or the sudden splash of something slipping beneath the surface. Along the banks, tucked into shallow inlets, plant life flourishes in an unruly abundance. Sawgrass whispers in the wind, and thick mats of duckweed and water hyacinths drift atop the surface like floating gardens. Bald cypress trees from the shallows on thick, knobby knees, their trunks gnarled with age, their roots forming natural thrones for turtles to sun themselves on. The bayou hums with animal life. Great blue herons stalk the edges in slow motion, lifting each leg like it weighs 1,000 pounds, while white egrets flash like ghosts through the canopies, and tree frogs chirp through the branches from above, their voices swelling in a chorus after sundown. Dragonflies skim the surface, the lively jewels, their wings catching the light, and turtles plop into the water at the first hint of motion, and somewhere in the distance, a barn owl calls, its voice echoing like something ancient. And then, alligators. Alligators, silent, patient, ancient, they are the true lords of this place. Most of the time, they seem like logs, a rough, dark ridge of a black, just barely visible above the waterline, an eye here, a nostril there. Still as death, they drift on the current or lie half submerged in the mud near the banks, waiting. But make no mistake, they are always watching. American alligators thrive here. Adults can reach lengths of up to 13 feet, their thick bodies armored in bony ridges, their jaws with conical teeth designed for gripping and crushing, not slicing. They don't chase prey. They wait, ambush predators. They sense movement through vibrations in the water. A careless raccoon, a thirsty deer, even a slow bird dipping just a little too long once within striking range. There's no warning, just a blur, a splash, a crash of jaws, and then silence. Again. They'll take their kill under, performing the death roll, rapidly twisting their bodies to tear flesh or drown prey beneath the surface. And then they stash the meal deep beneath submerged logs or brush to soften. They are not just hunters. They are strategists, survivors. Evolution's quiet perfection. Come summer, female alligators build nests with great care, clawing together a mound of vegetation and mud and sticks on a slightly elevated ground near the water's edge. The nest can stand 2, 3, 4 feet high and stretch over 6 feet in diameter. From a distance, it looks like nothing more than an overgrown compost pile. Easy to overlook unless you're searching, but within its warm, decaying heart, she lays her eggs. Often 20 to 50 in number, their shells leathery and soft. She guards them fiercely. Many predators, raccoons, snakes, birds, would love a meal of alligator eggs, but the mother remains near, ready to charge with explosive power. Her body, usually silent and sluggish, becomes a force of raw instinct. As the eggs incubate, the temperature inside the nest determines the sex of the hatchlings, warmer for males and cooler for females. And after about 65 days, the baby alligators begin to squeak from within their eggs. The mother hears them, and in a display of rare reptilian care, may even help unearth the nest and carry them into the water in her jaws. But not all of them. Not all of them at all. Alligator farming and alligator hunting are a booming industry in southern Louisiana. Farms dot the waterways of New Orleans, where workers will go out into the wild and harvest the newly laid eggs from the nests of alligators. Many times during this process, the mother won't survive, as she moves to attack the so-called farmers, thus paying the toll of motherhood. The eggs are taken back down to the farm where they are incubated, hatched, and then raised until they are of a decent size. Now, alligators are prized for a number of things, from meat to their skin to their teeth, and what will happen at this point is that most of these young reptiles will be slaughtered, or harvested, as the farmers call it. Now, not all of them will lose their lives. After all, the farmers need the alligators to go out and lay more eggs. So roughly 10% of the juvenile gators will be released back into the wild to begin the cycle again. LeBlanc Gator Farms is one such establishment, a family business, as a matter of fact, run by the current generation of LeBlancs, their brothers Andre, Victor, and Jules. LeBlanc wasn't just a gator farm, though. They didn't necessarily play by all the rules set by the Wildlife and Game Commission of the great state of Louisiana. No, sir. They sought to maximize profit no matter the consequences. They would often forge the paperwork to show they had released the appropriate amount of young alligators back into the wild. But they were not above wiping out an entire nest rather than leaving a portion to survive in the wild. And on the day that the barriers broke in our world, letting the Feywilds seep into it, they were out on a gathering expedition. The sun beat down on the bayou, glinting off beer cans, littering the bottom of the airboat. They had just dealt with the mother guarding her nest and were in the process of collecting the eggs when the barrier shattered. A blast of wild magic energy surged through the bayou, and it knocked all three of the brothers down to the ground. Victor had been holding an egg when it happened, and he dropped it when he fell. Upon retrieving it, he discovered a crack running through a portion of the egg, and from that crack was a faint green glow. "Look at this, Jules. You ever seen something like this before?" "No, I don't reckon I have." "Looks like damaged goods to me. Just leave it there, Victor." "But look how it glows. You gotta admit that it's worth at least seeing if it hatches." "Do what you want, but keep it away from the other eggs in case it infects them or something." A normal alligator egg takes about 63 to 68 days to hatch and will stay the same size throughout the entire process. But then again, a normal alligator egg also doesn't glow. This egg seemed to swell in size until it was roughly twice the girth of a football. It didn't hatch after 68 days. Hell, it didn't hatch until after 100 days. Anyone would have thought the egg had spoiled, but the brothers just wouldn't give up because the glow kept emanating and showing something moving and alive inside. And one day, after a storm, Jules went on rounds checking the hatchery and discovered a shattered pile of eggshells, and he heard something moving from behind the table. It was small, maybe the size of a young toddler, but bipedal as it was already moving around on two legs, and had the features of an alligator and a man combined. Jules held out his hand and faster than lightning felt pain shooting through his body as he jolted his hand back and saw he was missing the first two knuckles of his pointer finger. In a split second, he had a gun pointed at the creature, and then he hesitated. A sound was coming from it. A sound that resembled crying, and for the first time in Jules' life, he felt sympathy for a living creature. The brothers took in the strange alligator hybrid and named him Chomp. As Chomp grew, it became apparent how different he was. He matured much quicker than a human, following the growth rate of an alligator, but he was smart, not a dumb animal at all, even though that was how the brothers sometimes treated him. Within a year, he was communicating in broken English and helping with chores, and as he grew, his use increased. He had a lot of the observational evolutionary traits that other alligators had and could even find the most well-hidden nest. He was able to calm down the mothers so the brothers could harvest in peace, and he made rounds feeding the juvenile gators and tending to the eggs. The brothers told him that what he was doing helped the alligators. They told him that what he was doing was saving them. They never let him see the slaughterhouse. He thought he was helping to save creatures like him. August 29th, 2005. If you are from New Orleans, this day will be in your memory for the rest of your life. This was the peak of Hurricane Katrina, the day that fully ravaged and destroyed so much of the beautiful city. And it was the day that Chomp's world changed. Chomp had hated thunderstorms since the day he was born, when it happened to be during one. Some primal fear that evolution drove into him, but this wasn't just a storm. This felt like the world was ending. Like the apocalypse was coming to take New Orleans and all the people living there to meet the fires of hell. Chomp was outside when the weather started to change. They say that there is the quiet before the storm, and animals can sense this. It felt eerie, still. You could hear a water drop off a leaf into the bayou. And then the sky opened. For those that live in areas that are ravaged by hurricanes, you know how quickly it can go from a little rain to winds over 100 miles per hour, and thunder and lightning strong enough to bring the dead back to the living. Chomp was in the incubation building. He was trying to think of a way to save the eggs, but the winds took out a wall and part of the roof. He ran to find the brothers, but found them nowhere that he usually did. There was always a building near the south end of the farm. A building they told him he was never allowed to go to because it was dangerous. This building became Chomp's boogeyman, and he didn't ask questions. But the lights were on, and he heard movement from inside, and he saw the door swing open from the force of the winds, and he went in. It was dimly lit, and he heard the brothers from deeper in, but the very first thing that hit him was the smell. The scent of death is unmistakable. It's not just a smell. It's a presence, something that seeps into the air and settles deep into your senses, bypassing logic and going straight to the most primitive parts of your brain. Your body knows it before you do, and it recoils. It begins with the smell of blood, sharp metallic like rusted iron left in the rain. It hits the nose quickly, bright and hot, and then gives way to something heavier. The wet and sour odor of decay. There is what the real scent of death lives in, the stillness that follows when the body has stopped moving but hasn't yet disappeared. As the process continues, the air fills with the scent of rot, not just of flesh, but cells breaking down, of tissue liquefying. It's damp, earthy, oily, with the foul undercurrent like mold growing on meat. It clings to the walls, to clothing, to skin. It does not wash off. Even in open air it lingers. It's the smell of things that have turned inward, of life gone still and flesh returning to the dirt. It's the smell of absence, of a heat gone cold, of movement gone still, the scent of something that was but is no longer. The scent of death doesn't just remind you of mortality, it announces it, quietly, steadily, without apology. A flash of lightning illuminates the building, and then Chomp sees it. Bodies hanging from meat hooks, the animals he had cared for his entire life that he'd begin to think of as kin. Treated like meat, hanging, skinned. He turned in circles, looking all around him, and then a blinding flash of pain, followed by darkness. And he woke tied in the bed of an airboat, with the brothers talking. He's seen it. He's seen too much. What would we do with him? Oh, I think he's coming around now. Chomp, make whatever check you would like to make in this moment.
I guess perception makes as much sense as anything. Which is a 17.
You see the three brothers in an airboat standing over you. As you begin to perceive the world around you, you feel a couple things. Your arms are bound behind you in chains. Your legs are bound below you in chains. And you have a splitting headache. You still smell blood with that animal instinct, but you realize it's your own. You're bleeding from where they struck you. These were your family, the people that cared for you, that told you that you were helping save these amazing creatures that they brought in from the wild to the incubating to be raised until they were older and then supposedly released back into the wild. And you see them for what they truly were. Monsters. Now listen here, Chomp. You don't know anything about what you saw back there. It wasn't... They were sick. We had to get rid of them. They were sick. They would have hurt the others. You be good. We'll take you back. Pretend like it never happened, no. We keep living our happy little lives.
Jules, if they were just sick, why did you skin them?
When something's sick, it can contaminate and spread, Chomp. We gotta kill it all now. We gotta get it out of here. What if it spread to you? What if you caught it? You're close enough to them.
Then you should have got rid of them. Why would they skin? They were hanging. Then why would you keep them there? That doesn't make any sense.
Jules, he's not gonna get it. We gotta get rid of this now. You see that Andre pulls out a gun and levels it at your head.
Papa Andre, what did I do?
It's nothing personal, Chomp. It's just the way things have to be. He cocks the pistol.
Can I try to, like, throw myself off the boat?
Yeah, make a... Let's call it dexterity saving throw.
$14.
You throw yourself into the water. You are still chained. Your legs and arms are bound as you hit the water. A 14's not bad, but you begin to hear shots firing into the water, whizzing by you as you sink beneath. We're gonna make just a pure luck check to see. You get winged in the shoulder and blood starts to fill the water. And as anyone knows that lives in Louisiana, when blood begins to fill the water, it summons alligators. And suddenly, you are not alone. The water is full of alligators, hungry, thirsting for it. But this time, they weren't met with prey, they were met with one of their own. Chomp, what would you do as alligators start swarming around you?
I am going to give, like, a warning growl as kind of a, 1, don't fuck with me, and 2, get out, this isn't safe, so if you're around, you just hear...
Is it more of a direction for the alligators to do something or just to back off?
Just leave, it's not safe. I've seen what these men do to alligators, so they should get as far away as possible.
The alligators are going to potentially do something. Make an animal handling check. I don't know if Chomp is good at this.
I mean, he's not technically bad at it.
I'll say with an advantage because it's alligators and you're an alligator.
Okay. Oh, it bounced. It was almost a natural 20, but 15.
You hear shouting above the water, more gunshots fire, and several of the alligators are hit. They sense that everyone is in danger. They sense that you are in danger. They sense that you are one of their own. Alligators are not pack animals, but in a crisis, they can be loyal to their own kin. The rain is coming down, the thunder and lightning are raging, and everything in every living creature is saying, run, do not be here, get to cover. They start to swim deep into the waters, far away, to try to escape the danger. The loud sounds that are rivaling the thunder from the boat above. And 2 of them sort of press you between them and begin to take you. with their claws, their sort of feet hooked into the chains. And they take you with them. How long can Chomp breathe underwater or hold his breath underwater?
4 hours.
Really?
No, it's a class thing.
You said that so nonchalantly. 4 hours.
What? You can't?
That's longer than I was expecting.
That's what she said.
Chomp? That might be the first That's What She Said joke of the podcast.
Hey.
Damn. Well, Chomp has no problem being led and swum away by these alligators. And the brothers assumed you died. Eventually you get to shore on an island that you would one day call home. Alligators are a lot of things, but they are not tactile with their limbs. There is no untying your chains. They can get you onto dry land. I'm gonna need a strength saving throw to try to get out of your chains. And in this moment, you feel a lot of things. You were not an angry, rageful creature before this. How is Chomp feeling right now?
Broken. Betrayed. He loved these 3 men. They were his family. And he thought he was saving the swamp. Saving alligators. He thought he was a hero. And he just found out for his entire life he's a murderer.
These men made you complicit in murder. Raising creatures that you cared for to be slaughtered behind your back. There is a word to describe what Chomp is feeling, and it is rage. And I think for the first time in Chomp's life, Chomp goes into a rage, so you'll roll this strength save with advantage.
A 2 and an 8, but I got a +5, so that's 13.
You lay there, chained for days. The alligators watch over you, but you're still young. You're unable to break out of the bonds that you're in. You struggle daily. You try and you try. And days pass. The storms eventually pass and settle into a dry humidity. And you see silence, except for the sounds of the swamp. And you have time to think. And you have time to plan. And you get angrier and more bitter and more dark. Until you start to hear chirping. And you see the land you are on is surrounded with alligator nests. And it is time for some of them to hatch. You see an alligator struggle to get out of its shell, break free into the world, and its mother comes and helps to nudge open the shell, letting it go free. And it immediately goes into the water and begins to swim its first swim. And you feel joy and happiness that you witness this. And immediately that is darkened again, because you know they will never be safe as long as farmers and hunters exist in the world. So I'm going to ask you one more time. You're going to make a strength save.
Am I raging still? Or again?
Would you think that you would be?
Yeah, because the knowledge of that little one not being safe, unless maybe I can do something, maybe pump, fuels me into it. And one last hurrah. Didn't even matter. Dirty 20.
You break the chains on your arms, and you quickly unwrap the chains from your legs, and you are free for the first time in about a week. You have not eaten. You have not had water. You've been lying in the desecrated and tortured land post-hurricane. What do you do in this moment?
First thing is go to the water's edge and take a frickin' drink.
As you drink, Your eyes level out across the surface of the water, and you see thousands of eyes looking back at you. Baby alligators, adult alligators, juvenile alligators, all in this area. They've come to this area for sanctity. And they're looking at you expectantly, as if you are somewhat of a god to them.
I think I just look around at all the eyes looking back at me and...
I'm sorry, but as long as you all stay here, I promise no one else dies because of me.
No one else dies because of you. And you go to sleep. And as you wake up, it is the present day, and you are surrounded by strangers. You are the first one to wake after a hard night of running. You see, you are surrounded by humans, something you thought would never happen. And you glance over at the pile of brass instruments that seems to be somehow sleeping. It's at least resting. You remember it grabbing you as you went to leave. You remember the rage you felt at it attacking you. Remember the rage you felt your entire life since that moment. But these people didn't attack you. They didn't hurt you. They fought with you, not against you. And you start to wonder if maybe others that aren't like you can be your kin as well. Chomp is the first one to wake after the night's rest. What do you do as you start to wake up in the morning, getting ready for whatever the day comes?
I think just in remembering everything I've been through and waking up and seeing humans around, and with my past with them, kind of thinking to myself, why did he bring them here? Thinking back, but they weren't attacking, they were being attacked, they were fighting with me, and just a lot of conflict going back and forth. He's going to try to, before they wake, try to inspect, see what they're about, go, try to determine if they're a threat in any way to the other gators that stay here.
Do you make yourself busy doing anything or while you're thinking, or do you just sit there and contemplate?
Contemplating, but also kind of checking everybody out before they wake up and seeing if they're like a threat to the way of life here. Wants to know if he made a mistake by bringing them here.
Ensemble. You don't sleep like the traditional creatures that you're with do. What would you have spent the night doing?
I think I mostly just would have been taking in my surroundings as much as possible. Understanding where I'm at.
You start to notice that Chomp gets up and starts moving around. Do you stay inanimate, or do you come to sort of animation of your vessel?
I think I would say inanimate.
Are you playing any music?
Just some soft saxophone music. Just nice, smooth saxophone.
As smooth saxophone comes out, playing through the atmosphere, and our other resident party member who doesn't sleep, but has probably been pretending to for quite some time. Al, what would you start doing as you noticed Chomp moving around?
So I start to stir a little and just kind of lightly open my eyes and just kind of watch for a moment. And I'll kind of stretch and sit up and rub my eyes. And I look over at where Lena and everyone else are laying, just to kind of get one last look, make sure that they're all right before I walk over to Chomp.
They are resting pretty peacefully. Lena had started the night laying pretty close to Della, but you see that at some point during the night, she actually moved. You're sort of laying near Della and Lena, but as you're coming to more realization of your surroundings, you feel that her hand is actually pressed against yours. Not in a grasped clutch, but more just the backs of your hands are brushing against each other's while she sleeps.
So I noticed that she had moved closer in the night, and I just kind of acknowledge it. There's a slight, smile in the corner of my mouth, and then I try not to disturb her as I stand up, and I go to where Chomp is kind of moving about. As I approach Chomp, what is it he's doing? Do I notice him, going through people's things, or he's just kind of is he sniffing someone?
Chomp, what are you doing?
My thought was kind of sniffing at them as they were sleeping, actually. So maybe at that point I'm sniffing Zeb. Because that'd be hilarious for him to wake up to that.
Are you trying to not cause them to stir?
No, I'm trying. I'm being as, I guess, stealthy as I can. I'm just trying to figure out what all these humans that are all of a sudden in my home are about.
So we have two options here. Would Al make himself known to Chomp as Chomp is sniffing Zeb?
I think I am walking very quietly, not to sneak up on Chomp, but to not rouse anyone else that's sleeping. I just don't want anyone to be disturbed just because I'm awake.
I need so many checks to happen right now. Okay. Chomp, I need a stealth check.
I'm okay at that. Not when you roll like that, though. 13.
Al, I need a stealth check.
That's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
So Al trips over, I'm going to say, one of Ensemble's legs that is outstretched into the group. And it literally sounds as if you knocked over a percussion section. Zeb jolts awake as Chomp is sniffing onto his chest a little bit. And he opens his eyes to see the monstrous head of the alligator man just below his chin.
What the hell? Not this again?
Good morning, sunshine.
Again. What?
Everyone jolts awake as Al continuously trips and sort of makes this ruckus of a noise. Zeb is jolted into Chomp's face, essentially. Della wakes with Lena close by, and Onyx wakes a little farther away from the group, as she had chosen to not be as close to everyone. I think as sort of a self-protection to both protecting them and protecting herself. It is early morning in the bayou at the Wilderness Preserve. The sun is low in the sky as it has just started to come up above the horizon. Birds are chirping. It's a good day. You're all alive. How do you stay that way?
I think he's talking to you, Zeb.
Chop, could you step back just a little bit?
Sorry, I wouldn't want you to piss yourself again.
Okay, so I know that this has just happened last night, but we're gonna have to get over that eventually.
I mean, that's all I know about you.
Well, I'm so much more developed than that. I mean, you can't judge a book by the dampness of its pants.
So Zeb takes out a deck of cards, and he says,
Chop, have you ever seen a magic trick before?
and he starts shuffling the cards, and he shows Chomp one of the cards and says,
Okay, memorize this card. This is a magic trick that I learned when I was a kid. I used to sit on my porch and just and practice it over and over again. So check it out.
And so Zeb is going to attempt to do a magic trick to somehow endear himself and not make him just the dude that pissed his pants. So would that be like a performance check, maybe?
I'm trying to think if I somehow want you to roll Arcana or not. Does Zeb actually do magic right now? That's the question. It's going to be sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. It's a 12 plus 4, 16.
I'm going to say that you're able to pull it off.
Why don't you roll for it? Give me that hot perception check.
Okay. Let's do... So Chomp has never experienced card magic before. So in a world, imagine that you have never seen Chris Angel, Mind Freak, or any of this stuff before. This is like Chomp has officially been the rural boy, never been really in civilization before. Greatest link to the world was the three brothers of the LeBlanc farm. I don't think Chomp has ever seen a magic trick before.
Fair.
So, Chomp, roll perception with disadvantage.
Oh, that was good. That was worse. Doesn't beat a 16, 14.
I think that Zeb pulls off the trick.
Okay, Chomp can't read, though, so he doesn't know what card he looked at.
Ta-da! So what'd you think? What'd you think of the trick?
You pulled out a card. Good job, buddy. You're definitely not the guy that just pisses his pants now.
Yeah, but hey, but wait, that's the card you. Can I at least get like a high five or something?
Sure. There you go.
This show of magic, sleight of hand card tricks. You all watch as Zeb feels good about what he did and then is quickly dashed a little bit, as the truth is that sleight of hand magic really only works when the viewer has some sort of awareness of the process. Zeb, how do you think you are feeling right in this moment?
I don't know, maybe I think a little embarrassed probably. Even though he pulled it off, he's just he think everybody's looking at him, so he's just trying to kind of change the topic essentially.
Your heart begins to race a little bit. You don't know what's going on. You feel uncomfortable. What you just tried to do failed. You feel a jolt of energy sort of surge through your body. Anyone who's watching would notice in the moment that Zeb starts to retreat into himself, Zeb vanishes in the air before you.
I don't notice. I'm caught up in a bunch of musical instruments.
Okay, I don't know what the card thing was, but that's pretty cool.
And all of a sudden you hear a splash. And Zeb is 30 feet away in the middle of the water.
Get out of the water.
Do I notice anything in the water also with Zeb?
Oh God.
You begin to notice a lot of eyes start coming to the surface.
All right, I'm going to go run up to Zeb and try to save him.
We'll call it just dexterity save with advantage. You wade into the water very quickly, and it's almost as if as you enter the water, everything else freezes. All the eyes that were moving towards Zeb begin to drift further away, giving you a wide berth as you make your way to Zeb, and you grab him and quickly pull him to shore.
Yeah, by like scruff of neck like kitten kind of thing.
Della, you hear JJ. You've been trying to fight waking up. You don't want to be part of this anymore. You're so over everything that has happened. And JJ's eating into every minute of it. Tell, what is happening there? He just disappeared and floated into the water. You've done magic. That was wild.
I think I just sort of wake up and I'm a little groggy and I'm looking around. I'm rubbing my eyes. Like, what is going on?
He was there. He did some sort of weird card trick. It's bullshit. I saw how he did it. It was fine. The gator doesn't read the cards, which made it really funny. And then he disappeared.
Wait, he disappeared?
He poofed. It was awesome.
Is he still disappeared? Where is he now?
He almost became gator food. He was in the middle of the water. And Lena is just watching you talk to JJ. Is this all the time that you just talk? Is this who you're mumbling to all day long? You mumble to yourself nonstop. Is this who you're talking to?
Well, yeah. I mean, JJ's always here, and I feel like it would be rude if I didn't.
This is crazy. You're leading this whole secret life. You're like a romance novel.
Yeah, I guess in a way.
Oh. Is Grandma know?
Yes, she does.
What does she say?
Well, she's been pretty supportive. She actually kind of helped me make this happen. This outcome wasn't what we envisioned, but I think I must have messed up somewhere. And now here we are.
This is... I can touch spirits. Do you guys have, like, ghost sex?
Oh my god.
Wait, no, this is a serious question. Wait, Del, do you have ghost sex?
I just put out a finger and put it on her mouth and shh.
That's a yes.
And then I quietly get up and I go walk toward wherever the commotion is. Anywhere but here.
This conversation's not over, Del. I have to go think about a lot of things.
Please don't.
Onyx, you are watching everything that has happened a little ways away from the group. What are you thinking about?
So I am watching the events unfold and I'm giving everything a light chuckle. I can kind of hear bits and pieces of everybody's conversation. Della walking away, hilarious. She is definitely fucking that ghost. And watching Chomp run out the door after Zeb was incredibly funny. But I am not going to go and join in on the conversation. It was a very long night. I'm still very tired and my heart hurts. So I am going to get up and I'm going to just go and walk around the cabin. I'm going to look out the windows. I'm going to check the door. See if there's signs of anybody else that might have followed us. Or anything that is off-putting.
Make a survival check.
Oh, no. 13.
On a 13, you start to walk around and you notice different things. You see the pathways that Tromp has made around the island. It's not a very large island. This is sort of a smaller island in the scheme of a grander archipelago of miniature landmasses inside of the swamp. But you do notice something else. You see footsteps, not monstrous alligator footsteps. You see boot prints on the opposite side of the shore. Would you alert the group or would you follow them?
I am going to alert the group. I am going to mostly go up to Chomp. This is his area. He knows this best. And I'm going to point out to him the footprints that I see. And I was like, I'll be very blunt. Do you know if anybody else has been here before we came here? Do you know of anybody who lives in this area? Like, do you know where these could have come from?
No, anyone here before. I got rid of real quick.
Okay.
Chomp, if you'll make a perception check with advantage because of your sense, your ability to use animal instinct.
Okay, that's an 18, but that is not better. So, math, 21.
These footsteps are at least a day old. The mud has started to set around the prints and harden. They're not wet. They're not new. They are firming up. In that sort of fashion that mud will set into an imprint of an animal or a boot print. You think, if you had to guess, that these probably came from around the time that you left the previous day to go to the mainland. And you think that the island might not have been vacant when you swam here last night.
What direction are the footprints heading?
The footprints were headed towards the north side of the island. You were on the southeast side. You know that the north side has gator nests throughout.
I'm going to turn to everybody and just...
Stay if you want, but I have to deal with this.
And I'm beelining it towards the north side of the island.
Is anyone following?
I follow because I'd rather do literally anything else than talk about ghost sex with my sister.
I'm 90% sure I have not gotten myself out of Ensemble. So I don't know what's going on over there.
That's also what she
Using
said.
me?
Samson, you're going to need a few more trigger warnings on this one.
I feel a little bit violated.
I will follow.
We're gonna split up then, I guess, as Della. Well, Zeb, what are you doing?
I think Zeb follows. He wants to impress Chomp so bad.
Zeb, Della, Chomp, and Onyx all make off towards the north side. Ensemble and Al, you are tangled up. Ensemble, what now that you're forced to be in the moment, what would you possibly be doing as this strange man that you just met that knows what you are is entangled in your limbs?
I suppose I would be helping him and I suppose myself up at this point, untangling ourselves.
As you're helping me, I'm just like, oh, sorry. Oh, didn't mean to honk that. Sorry.
Didn't mean to honk that.
It's all good. I'm not used to taking up this much space.
I didn't mean to honk that.
Y'all are wild.
There is a lot of you. I didn't see your foot sticking out there. I guess it was a little bit in the sand. How are you?
Awake now, I suppose.
Okay.
What was that commotion going out the door? What happened there?
Huh? And I look over and everyone's gone.
Ensemble and Al are alone, left behind. As the rest of the group continues northwards. Who's leading? I'm assuming Chomp.
Yeah, probably. I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm just going.
Are you trying to be stealthy at all?
I'm up to a point, so I'm getting there with purpose, but if, once the tracks are fresher, and I think I'm close to whatever it is I'm tracking, I'll stealth out.
We're going to need, as you slow down, you probably signal to the others to sort of quiet down a bit. We'll need group stealth check. So, Chomp, what did you get?
I got a 21.
Della?
I got a 6.
Zeb?
23.
And Onyx.
A 17.
So the group passes.
Hey, Della steps on a stick, and
Chomp, ahead you see a group of about 5 men. One has the wrangler net around a gator's mouth, holding it shut, as the others go through nests, collecting eggs.
I'm assuming there's gators, there's nests, we're on the north side, and we're by the water.
Yes.
Then I am going to tell everyone. And I'm going to backtrack a little, maybe slide into the water, fully submerge myself, and swim underwater to the area where they're wrangling the mother gator and go for a surprise attack on the one holding her.
You have a surprise round. You can attack with advantage.
I'm probably making this first one with my bite. Thank you for the advantage, sir. That was an actual 1. Oh no! That's never happened to me.
Did you roll another natural
I
one?
rolled 2 natural 1s. Oh no! I think I have to go.
Goodbye, everybody.
And that's the episode, guys. Thank you for listening.
Chomp, you emerge from the water into what was so clearly a trap for you.
Dicks.
As you come up, trying to get into a bite on probably a leg, I would assume, you feel something slip around your throat as a chain wraps around, and someone from a boat that you didn't quite see. The boat was there, but you didn't see anyone in it. You're in between the boat and the shore, and they sit up and wrap this chain around your neck, restraining you. The rest of the group is still far enough back that I don't know if they've been seen. They have rolled high enough stealth. Oh, Chomp boy, it's been a bit. You've been messing with us for too long. I told them you were alive. I told them. They thought, no, Chomp, he's gone. But, boy, you've been spoiling our plans for years. Why don't you say hi to Papa Jules, my boy? And I need just Zeb, Onyx, Della, and Chomp to roll initiative.
It's a 17 for Onyx.
22 for Zeb.
And a 5 for me.
Della, I feel like you always roll low on initiative.
I do.
Important to be consistent.
It is good to be consistent. The world seems to grow quiet for just a moment. They have not spotted the 3 of you. Zeb, you act first. What do you want to do?
Did I see what happened?
You saw them sneak attack Chomp, essentially.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem because Chomp is Zeb's new best friend. So, is there a way for Zeb to sneak down unseen? I know that Chomp went through the water, but I don't know what the terrain is.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you want to roll a stealth check, you could bonus action hide to try to do that.
Okay. So it's an 18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah, I'll say that you can get down there. Use your movement to get down there. You're behind the group. You are hidden. What do you want to do in this moment? It is still just the silence of the capture. It is the briefest moment before anything is going to happen.
Well, I'd like to... And how close am I to the situation?
You're about 10 to 15 feet behind.
Okay. I think Zeb is hidden. He's gonna pull out his pistol and he's gonna line up a shot on the hand that is holding the, whatever you want to call it, the trap, to try to get this person to drop it, and then Chomp can do what Chomp needs to do.
Do you announce yourself because they don't see you, or do you just shoot?
I'm just shooting. He's taking his time to really line it up, make sure that he's got a good shot, because this is his one chance.
You feel cool and calm. Not quite like the panicked Zeb from the previous night. And as you line up your shot, you will roll with advantage.
So that's a 16 plus 5, 21.
It is quiet for the briefest moment after Chomp gets chained. And the only thing that is heard is a gunshot. Roll damage.
That's 4. And then would I do sneak attack on top of that?
You would.
So that's going to be another 4. So 8 total.
So you deal 8 points of damage. What were you aiming at? What part of the body?
The hand that was holding the trap.
I want to make a dexterity saving throw for Jules. As a bullet hits him square in the center of his hand. He releases the chain that is wrapped around Chomp's neck with a scream. Ah! You got friends now, boy.
Best friends, actually.
Just for me, was that the same hand that I bit?
You notice that knuckle only extends one past the hand on the pointer finger. That's going to go to Onyx.
I am going to... I'll follow up behind. And how many people are there?
There are 4 others other than Jules. Sorry, there are 5 others other than Jules. There were 6 total. You saw 4. You saw 5. Jules was hidden.
I am going to make my way across as well, and I will engage with the first person I see. And I will draw my longsword. And that will be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. That's a 9 damage.
Now, do you want to add any smites to that, or are you just doing your longsword damage?
Yeah, I'll use Divine Smite.
Okay, roll Divine Smite.
That'll be a 5 for my 2d8s.
So what was total damage?
14.
14 in a single turn is not nothing. You swing your sword and slash down. They are still standing, but you have disabled one of their arms. Do you have any bonus actions you want to take?
Not right now.
Okay, that's going to go to Chomp. You are free after what has just happened.
Okay, so, and I've also felt chained since the first time, since that night. So I am not only just going to go into a rage, I'm going to go into a frenzied rage. And I'm going to take my great axe out and go for Jules, who had the chains on me, which will be... Oh, a natural 20.
Get him.
Alright, so... Ooh, that's pretty good too. So That's 23 damage.
23 damage?
Yeah, I rolled a 10, doubled because that was an actual 20 and then plus 3. And then because I am in a frenzied rage, I can use my bonus action to make a melee weapon attack.
Jules is still up.
This probably doesn't hit. It's only a 13.
It does hit. He's just a guy.
Oh, cool. Then I'm going to hit him. And that's another 10.
So 33 damage in one shot.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Plus the piercing damage from Zeb.
Yeah.
This is going to be super cathartic. What does Chomp do as he kills Jules?
So he starts with the hand that he started with as a hatchling and bites that off because it was the hand holding the chain that was around his neck. So he just bites that off and leaves a stump that Jules would like be holding and like freaking out about, and then just freaking mauls him.
As you continue to tear Jules apart, it goes to Della.
All right, and how many people total are there?
Well, now there's only 5.
Yoo-hoo. And how far away am I from these folks?
You're a good, I want to say 40 feet.
So I would kind of target the gnarliest looking dude. I don't know who any of these dudes are, but just like the biggest one.
You don't know his name, but to describe what Andre looks like, he is the biggest of the 3 brothers. Broad-shouldered, big, sort of unruly beard, scar over his right eye, and shaved head. He wears sort of a wife-beater-esque shirt, stained in different spots from various gross, just not super sanitary practices of eating and drinking. And he holds the line going to the gator that he's still holding still.
So then Della would sort of raise her hands and hold them out, close her eyes, and just start chanting under her breath in almost like a whisper. And she would do the same chant over and over and over again. And then until all of a sudden, this fella that I don't know the name of, he starts hearing it, and you can see his eyes glaze over, and I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Roll to hit.
So it's Wisdom 14.
Oh, I have to. Never mind. Well, he rolled a 3, and he's not the wisest guy in the world.
Perfect. So then we have 11 damage for him.
You see that he drops the line to the gator and sort of clutches his head and starts looking around, not seeing where any of this is coming from. What do you have a bonus action you want to take?
Yeah, I'd like to use my telekinetic shove. So sort of with my hands still raised and seeing that he's kind of been, discombobulated with like whatever's going on in his head, I kind of just, woof,
You're trying to shove him into the water?
So that would be Strength 14.
He's stronger than he is wise, but not when you roll a 7.
Yeah.
So even with a +4, he gets an 11.
Sweet. So into the water he goes.
Into the water he goes. Al and Ensemble, you hear gunshots and a commotion coming from the north side of the island. What would you do?
So wherever we were at in this moment of realization that everyone's gone, not quite sure why they left. I think in passing, while trying to fix myself, I heard something about ghost sex. And then there's a gunshot, and I kind of look at Ensemble in the trumpet face. What's Ensemble? What instrument is your face?
What did we decide it was, Samson? You're the one that told me. I forget.
Oh, your chest cavity is a sousaphone, and your head is like the bell coming forward.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I'm looking at you, and I go, "That's probably not good. We should go catch up to them."
Let's get it.
Yeah, we're just beelining.
You start heading there. I'll have you guys roll initiative as you start getting closer. So each of you roll initiative, will add you in.
13.
4.
Ayo.
Ensemble, I'm going to need you to make some sort of stealth check.
Okay. 18.
You start getting there quietly. Would you be silencing the music to try to be stealthy?
Yes.
So you're going and you're almost the essential equivalent of holding your breath as you sneak forward a little bit more inconspicuously than you would expect a giant pile of brass instruments to move. That goes back to Zeb.
So Zeb is running off that adrenaline that of this whole situation, but I guess he's getting more used to it. Are any of the bad dudes within 5 feet of a party member?
They're within 5 feet of Onyx.
In that case, I'm going to fire my pistol at one of them. Ideally, the one, I guess, that Onyx was fighting.
Roll with advantage.
That's a 17 and a 12. So 17.
17 hits.
And that's going to be 9 plus... Damn, 9 plus 10, 19.
Onyx, you are sprayed with blood.
God.
As the head of the man you just hit explodes in front of you.
Ew.
Oh wait, that's bad though.
You had a surprise round before them because you guys all they were expecting Chomp. They weren't expecting any of you. But now that the surprise round is over, we're back in the initial first actual round of combat. We've killed 2 people out of 6, but now is the time for the farmers, or should we call them poachers?
Samson, before you take your turn, can I use a bonus action?
Oh yes, you can, definitely.
I'm gonna use the hide action.
Roll stealth.
It's a 21.
You are hidden. You blew a guy's head off, and now you're a ghost.
Zeb is the knight. The knight is Zeb.
Zeb is the knight.
Importantly, a celibate ghost.
He's not partaking in the ghost sex.
Indeed.
A shot gets fired at Chomp. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Chomp is going to take 14 points of piercing damage, halved to 7. A second shot gets fired at Chomp. If a 17 hits, then I'm sure a 19 hits. And Chomp is going to take 10 points of piercing, halved to 5. And a final shot, it gets fired at Chomp for a natural 20.
That misses, actually.
32 points of damage, halved to 16.
I'm so glad I'm raging. Jesus Christ.
What's Chomp at?
19.
Gotta love a tank. That is gonna go to Onyx.
Okay. I am going to interact with the next person closest to me. Again with my long sword. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Cool. That'll be 5 damage.
It just sort of glances, it slices, but it's not any sort of significant damage. Do you have any bonus actions?
Not right now.
That's gonna go, I believe, to Al.
I'm making my way to this kerfuffle. Where am I? What do I see?
You see Chomp bleeding from many gunshots. You see Della in the back. You don't see Zeb, because he's a ghost. And you see several dead bodies already. You see 2 dead bodies, one missing its head and one just torn to ribbons floating in the water.
I am going to just kind of stop in my tracks, and I'm going to point at the nearest guy who was not with my group this morning, who looks like an aggressor here. I'm going to point my finger at them and cast Toll the Dead.
That's a save, right? I have to make a save.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. You have to beat a 13.
Well, it's a 15 on die.
Well, fuck you, Samson. So this was a cantrip. So that was my action. So for a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on the bleeding chomp. And I just shout to him, "You okay?" And you heal for 11.
I will take it, thank you.
Ensemble, remind me what you rolled for initiative.
A 4.
That's what I thought. Okay, that goes to Chomp.
Okay, so I killed Jules. Andre's also dead. Do I see Victor anywhere?
You do see Victor. He's the man that just got hit by Onyx's longsword.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go after him now. That is a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay. 7 plus 3 is 10. And then since I'm in a frenzied rage, I'll take my bonus action attack, which is a 17, which I'm assuming hits.
It does.
Oh, that's sad. That's a 1 for 4 more damage.
So he's still standing, and the last attack you make, he grabs the axe, and he is now holding the axe into his body, pulling you closer.
Dope.
That goes to Della.
I want to help the Gator Man. So I target the fella that's trying to harm him, and I cast Sorceress Burst.
Okay.
Would I see you like going after him?
I'm kind of still pretty far back.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. And it's 4 damage. Not very exciting.
He doesn't even register the attack. He takes the damage, but he's very much focusing on his adopted son, I guess, would be the words. That goes to Ensemble.
Okay. I would like to cast Gift on Chomp, seeing that he doesn't seem to be doing so well.
Ooh, what do you get? Open up the present.
Okay, so I will be taking 15 points of damage, and he will be healing 15 points of damage.
Oh, that's a horrible gift, but thanks. I'm doing great now, by the way. Don't get me any more presents.
You're welcome.
As the magic is cast, an Ensemble begins to tap into their sort of power. It goes from that sort of uneasy silence to just being filled with the sounds of the city in lively jazz, perking up. And Chomp heals for 15 points.
Yeah, Chomp like has a paper cut now, so Chomp's fine, everybody. Thanks.
Yeah, Chomp, you were at 19. What are you at now?
45.
Nice. I would like to also give Chomp a little bit of bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
That's it. Now I'm done.
That goes to Zeb, who is hiding. Zeb's murder count is 3, by the way, of all time. I'm gonna keep a Zeb tally of how many people Zeb kills throughout the show.
Excellent.
And Zeb has killed 3 people.
It has not been 24 hours yet.
I know, Zeb has killed 3 people in less than 24 hours.
And he's gonna keep on blasting. We're gonna rinse and repeat. Whoever is the one who's being focused on and attacked right now, that's Zeb's just gonna take another shot.
That would be Victor, who's engaged with Chomp right now.
Okay. So that's a dirty 20 and 12. So we'll take the 20. And that's going to do 10 plus 6, 16.
Again, we see the head of Victor LeBlanc explode as Zeb's bullet enters it, splattering Chomp with blood.
Are there still more dudes?
Yes, there's 2 more.
Okay, then Zeb is going to hide again. Ooh, that's a 2 + 6. That's an 8.
Zeb thinks he's a ghost. That is going to go to our friends, the poachers. This is the second turn I've rolled for them. This is the second time I've rolled a nat 20. So, Zeb has killed 2 people, and this time Zeb is not as hidden as he wants to be. They are realizing that Chomp might not be the biggest threat as the guy that keeps blowing up people's heads. And unfortunately, Zeb does not take half damage. Zeb, you take 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I am down.
Zeb's dead.
Well, you had a good run.
Another shot comes out. This time, noticing all this music coming, this shot is going for Ensemble.
No.
It's a 19 on the die. Why am I rolling so good? Ensemble takes 12 points of piercing damage.
Uh-oh.
Ensemble, you just took 15 points of damage, if I remember correctly.
Yo.
So where's
You're correct on that
Ensemble
one.
at?
Well, I'm at 5 now.
Oh.
And we're going to take another shot. Ensemble, what's your armor class?
13.
Well, a 14. I was hoping didn't hit. It does hit.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Wait. I can cast shield, right?
You can cast shield.
I will cast shield.
Then it does not hit. You evade this bullet that was going to have dealt 8 points of damage to you.
Lovely.
That goes to Onyx.
Okay. I will see. My person yet again has an exploded head. I don't know why Zeb is taking all of my kills, but he is. And it's so annoying, but I will turn and see Zeb fall, and I will cast Spare the Dying on him.
Remind me, is Spare the Dying touch?
He just has to be within 15 feet of me.
Then you can cast Spare the Dying.
Cool.
And Zeb does not have to make any death saves. Zeb is stable but unconscious. Zeb has had a time.
Having a terrible day.
You have any bonus actions you want to take?
I will use my... Is there any bad guys around Zeb in his very unconscious body?
No.
Okay. I will make my way a little farther back towards Zeb. That way I'm just in his area.
Okay. Sort of standing guard.
Yeah.
That's going to go to Chomp, who just watched one of his foster dads die in front of him.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm gonna attack the nearest poacher. That's probably good. That is an 18.
That hits.
And that is 6 damage. I like my frenzied attack, which is a 12.
12 doesn't hit.
Okay, yeah, the Bardic Inspiration makes it a 15.
That does hit.
And that's another 10.
He's still standing, but looking pretty hurt.
Dick.
That goes to Della.
All right. So then I would like to cast Witch Bolt on that same guy.
Okay. And JJ is going to give you the help action, help you focus.
Nice. Ooh, nat 20.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
What did I just roll? I don't even understand. 39 damage?
Is that possible?
Yeah. Well, is anybody else using D&D Beyond? Can they see what I just rolled?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rise 39, right?
11 plus the 8.
Because it's a 2d12.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
11, an 8, a 9, and an 11. Holy shit.
yeah. So Witch Bolt.
That is so much damage. You explode him into little bits.
Is Chomp now covered in little bits?
Chomp is just covered in blood and gore and breathing very heavily. He's gone from being very hurt to very healed to now just being covered in people that he used to know.
Now you're just somebody that I
Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Has anyone seen The Monkey?
Yes.
The scene where the woman jumps into the electrified pool and just explodes is all I'm picturing.
A leg goes flying. Yeah.
There is one poacher left. It is Andre. That is going to go to Ensemble, who is very hurt.
I feel like I have not had a turn.
You have not. I skipped you. Al, you're up. I'm sorry.
All right. So I'm going to kind of shake a daze off. Like there was so much going on, I just kind of lost track of time. And all of a sudden, there's body parts kind of just falling from the sky. And I look over at Ensemble, who looks like shit, who I think is still right next to me.
Yes.
I put my hand on them, and I cast Cure Wounds. And Ensemble, you heal for 22.
Oh, thank you.
And that's my action. So as a bonus action, I look over at Zeb, who is stable but still on the ground.
Yes.
And I go, "Hey, boss man, stop sleeping on the job." And I cast Healing Word.
You cannot do that. That's 2 action spells in one turn. I know.
Oh, that's right. It's a cantrip. I got a spell.
Yeah.
So never mind. I don't do anything because I don't have a bonus action spell. That is a cantrip. Sorry, Zeb. Inconsistent.
Just a thumb. Zeb just gives a thumbs up.
Oh, he's faking again.
Just an unconscious thumbs up. I love it.
That goes to Ensemble.
Hey Zeb, quit sleeping on the job. And I'm the healing word. I'll upcast this healing word, so it'll be a little bit better
Does
than
it
last time.
come out as my voice?
Yes, because I'm gonna imitate your voice exactly. So that's a 10. You get a nice little 10.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, and then yeah, I'm gonna call that my turn. That's good for me.
Then Zeb, you're up, and it's your turn.
Wow. Zeb just looks around, thankful to be alive again. What a whirlwind. But he's ready to start blasting again. So I'm gonna shoot at there's one guy left, right?
Andre.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at him.
Make a perception check first.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. It's a 3 + 4. That's a 7.
You shoot at him.
Okay.
That's what happens when you roll a 7. I mean,
Okay. Can I take my previous roll that I accidentally rolled? Okay. So I think it was a probable hit.
Was it over
See where the
14?
rolls are. Yeah, it was like a 21, I think.
Then you hit.
Okay. Alright, that's gonna be a 7 and a 10. 17.
17 damage.
17 damage, yep.
He gets hit, and he takes it, and he doesn't seem to be affected by the fact that he just got hit by a bullet. And he looks at you. Oh, why don't I do that? And he shoots himself in the head.
Huh?
This motherfucker.
What?
It's another hangman.
And Della, you see at the last minute a spirit rushing out of the body straight at Zeb.
What the fuck?
But it's not your turn.
That's unfortunate.
Onyx, it's yours. You just watched a man shoot himself in the head and fall to the ground.
Yeah, I did.
I don't, I can't see ghosts, so I'm assuming that this is done with. Is there any action that I can even take?
It's up to you.
That's not a helpful answer. I don't know what to
You can
do.
hold your turn.
I'll hold.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be helpful, but it goes to Al.
Alright, so guy just shot himself in the head. That was the last one standing, right?
Yes.
So, guy shot himself in the head. Do I see Dela reacting at all to this? And does it look anything other than I just watched a guy shoot himself in the head?
Della, what would he see on your face?
He would basically see, like, my eyes get really wide, and I can see the spirit, right?
Yes.
So my eyes are following this spirit, just watching his every move.
Alright, I would assume in this moment that she can see something we can't, because that's what the last 24 hours has been. And I go, Della, where is it? Where is it?
And I just sort of point to where it is.
Alright, you point at it, and I'm going to kind of position myself in a way that my essence of self can reach it, and I'm going to use Channel Divinity and cast Turn Undead.
What's the save on Turn Undead?
Wisdom 13.
All this talk of ghost sex, and you have a spell called Turn On Dead.
That's amazing.
That's going to be an 18 on the die.
Alright, well, nothing happens, I guess. And I look at Della as I'm, like, kind of holding this pendant around my neck. And I go, is it working?
And I guess
That's
I
my
would
turn.
just be like, okay, let's see what happens.
That's my turn, Samson.
That goes to Chomp. You just watched your last father shoot himself in the head.
So, from my point of view, all the bad people are dead.
Yes.
Cool, so we're out of initiative, right, guys? Talking is like a free action, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And I would just explain what I just saw really as quickly as possible. Still pointing so everybody can see where it is or have an idea of where the thing is.
So, from my understanding, there's a spirit hanging out somewhere there.
Ish. Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Well, I know how to hit things, so I'm going to take, like, a hand axe off my belt and try to chuck it at the thing I can't see.
That's an attack with a disadvantage.
Cool. 11.
That does not hit. That's going to go to Della, who has a chance to do something.
So how far away am I from this spirit? Because I know I'm still a little bit away from things.
Well, the spirit was making a beeline to Zeb.
Okay.
You're not super far from Zeb.
So I can just rush up to it and just grab it by the throat?
You could try.
Okay, that's what I want to do. And I want to cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
25, does that hit?
It does hit, but you're going to be rolling with disadvantage.
Excellent.
Sorry. I should have mentioned that.
That's okay. Okay. 16.
16 still hits.
Sweet. So then we're going to get 6 damage. And then I think I can I use a bonus action?
Yeah.
So it says that I can cast Hex as a bonus action.
Yeah, especially since Shocking Grasp is a... I'm pretty sure Shocking Grasp is a cantrip. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So then I place a curse on this creature. I mutter a couple of words in Latin. And you kind of see it glow a little bit around its form. And it says I have to choose an ability when I cast it so that it has disadvantage on those checks.
Go for it.
I don't know. I don't know which one to choose. What do you think?
Hey, DM, what is he good at?
Yeah, exactly.
It's up to you. Just pick one.
We can do strength.
You do strength.
All right, we'll do that one.
That goes to Ensemble.
Okay, so being that I am kind of on the spirit side. Can I see this ghost?
That's an interesting question. I would say yes.
Fantastic. I'm gonna magic missile this guy.
Nice.
That just hits, so you just gonna roll damage.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. Okay. 13 total damage?
Takes the damage, still coming.
Gee whiz.
That's me. That's my turn.
That comes back to Zeb, and as Zeb hits his turn, you have 1 shot to try to do something before this spirit's turn.
So there's no chance that Ensemble can turn back into a vacuum and we can do like a Luigi's Mansion situation.
Who you gonna call?
So I know that Zeb already vanished and used, I'm assuming, Misty Step for narrative reasons, but can I use Misty Step even though it was already used?
I will say
because
yes.
This is non-narrative reasons.
Yes.
Okay, so Zeb is seeing everything around him, and that instinctual his heart starts racing again, and he's feeling those feelings that he felt when he was the center of attention with the card trick, because he's kind of the center of attention again, and he's gonna Misty Step 30 feet basically past. So the spirit's coming at him, he's gonna Misty Step like behind 30 feet.
Let's roll an Arcana check, because this is brand new. You've done magic for the first time today in your entire life, and I don't think you know how it works.
Okay, well, I did do the card trick, so that's twice, but fine. 12 plus 3, 15.
15. You are able to get the direction you're trying to go. The spell does work. You are able to get away. As you move 30 feet, do you have a bonus? That was a bonus action. Do you have an action you want to take?
I don't think so, because he doesn't see anything. I don't think he would know to try to attack something he doesn't see or understand. So I think that's what he's doing, is just getting out of the way. Oh, actually, can I hide? Can I hide?
You could have bonus action hide. I don't think you can take your action. Oh, yeah, you can. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I see actions in combat,
Yeah.
and hide is one of them. So, all right, yeah, I'm going to try to hide, because I'm good at that, usually. 13 plus 6, 19.
19. There's something interesting about the way that spirits see the world. Trying to hide from a spirit is like trying to hide from somebody with like infrared goggles. They're not tracking you visually. They're tracking your soul and your essence. So while 19 is good, it does not beat a passive perception of 25. Zeb, I need a charisma saving throw.
7.
You feel something familiar because it happened just hours ago. A spirit enters your body. It's different than last time. The last time they tried to work with you, get you to listen to them. This is different. This is stronger. This is more aggressive. This is angrier. And most importantly, this is colder. It doesn't feel like someone wanting to make a deal. It feels like someone wanting to dominate. A 7 is not very high, unfortunately. Would your pistol still be in your hand?
Yes.
As you feel the ability to control your body leave, you feel the ability to control your speech, your movement, everything fades. And you feel your hand moving up, the pistol pointed outwards at everyone, and then slowly raise to your temple as you hold a gun to your own head. And you hear a voice that sounds like yours but lacks all emotion, lacks all feeling. And it directs to Chomp, your new best friend. I know you were looking forward to this reunion with your parents. Unfortunately, I had to kill Andre before we even got here. But not before putting it in his brother's heads where this island was, and that we should make our way here. You see, not all of my family knew about everything. Some of us have been searching for the famed monster of the bayous for quite a bit, and it just so happens that you're with all these other interesting people that we're already looking for. How did that happen? I wonder. And you, a bag of pipes strapped to a metal tomb, that you made it here in this new body, I guess you could call it? Interesting. But you all seem attached to the body I'm in currently. And my question is, what would you do to keep him breathing? And that's where we'll end for today.
Well, shit.
You motherfucker.
Thank you for listening. We've been Saving Throw Society, and our cast includes...
My name is Katrina Kenny. My pronouns are she and her, and I am playing Onyx and Nyx.
My name is Joe Gailey, he, him. And I play Zebulon Cold Springs.
Hey everyone, it's Alexis. I play Della Darkel. My pronouns are she, her.
My name is Anthony Corletto. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Al.
I'm Rowan Moss, they, them. I play Ensemble.
Hi, my name's Eric Trulick, he, him.
And lastly, I've been Samson Flanspow. My pronouns are he, him, and I play the world and everything else inside of it. Make sure you follow the social media page of your choice that can be found in the link in the description. And for those of you wanting some extra content and bonus episodes, make sure you join the society and become a subscriber for our Patreon. Thank you for adventuring with us, and remember, sometimes all that stands between you and the end is one successful saving throw.